The Thunder and some key players have been struggling in a certain part of their game that needs to be addressed before they get into January that they desperately need to fix. And simply enough, that problem is the three-point percentage. Guys like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Alex Caruso, Cason Wallace, those three guys in particular need to step up their three-point percentages. They're taking a lot of threes. Shai's taking around 6 a game right now. That's a career high in three-pointers per game. However, he's shooting his second worst percentage in his 7-year career so far, 7 or 8 years, somewhere around there, at 32% per game. And Cason Wallace and Alex Caruso are doing worse than Shai in three-point percentage, and they're known as 3-and-D guys who are great three-point shooters. Look at Cason Wallace last year, great three-point shooter. Alex Caruso, good three-point shooter last year, but yet they have been struggling from three so far. So we're going to go into depth and detail, going into like why they're struggling a little bit, and if they have been picking it up quite a bit here, and why they desperately need to figure out how to shoot the three ball once again. Everywhere else they're succeeding on the floor offensively, just the three ball is not falling for them. So we're going to break all that down here today on Thunder Digest. Before we get all that though, just a quick little, announcement right here. All right. We're at, almost 2,200 subscribers. I think we can hit that by the end of the weekend. So that's a weekend goal that we have. We're 30 subscribers away practically at the time of recording this. I think we can hit that by the end of Sunday. But also trying to hit 2,500 by the new year. Gives, pretty much 3-4 weeks left to do that. I know we can hit that. So if you guys enjoy the content that we put out here at Thunder Digest and you want to support the channel, but you don't know how, the best way to do so is just by hitting that subscribe button. It's the best thing, it's the best way to support the channel, and it means the world to me over here. With that out of the way, we'll go ahead and get into, talking about Shai, Caruso, and Wallace's three-point percentages, as they haven't been great. I'm going to be just flat out honest with that. Their percentages have not been good at all. That's been the one part of their game I think everyone can agree on that has been holding them back a little bit this season. Especially Caruso and Wallace. They have not been shooting the three ball well at all. SGA, he's still playing at an MVP level, but yet his three-point percentage is absolutely atrocious right now. If he could just knock down 36, 37% of his threes, he would be the clear-cut MVP favorite, averaging like 33 a game right now, but yet he's been struggling. Take the last game against the Raptors, for example. He went 1 of 10 from deep. They still got the win by almost 30 points, but he went 1 of 10 from deep. He's got to be a little bit better if he wants to win MVP and lead this team to a championship. And I talked about that in an article recently on Thunder's intentions that we'll take a look at here. The three-point shot and realistically shooting as a whole has been below par through 22 games played and not what the team was looking to do going into the season. As things currently stand, they sported a 34.6% clip from deep on 39.9 attempts per game and 46.3% from the field as a whole. Right now, the Thunder are ranked 19th in the league in three-point percentage after leading the charge in this department in 2023-2024 with a 38.9 shooting percentage from deep. Fortunately, even with these below average shooting numbers, the defense has stepped up big, which has played a major role in their West leading 17-5 record. Sorry, I don't know what's happening right there, but we're trying to go to here. I don't know why it just switched to the stream right there, but they just got to step it up a little bit. That's all. They just got to step it up, okay? It's all they need to do. Need to do it better, and they have in these past few games. We've seen three-point percentages go up against, like the game on December 5th against the, who do we play? The Jazz? I think it was the Jazz. I can't remember who we played on the 5th. No, we played the Raptors on the 5th, Jazz on the 3rd. Sorry, days are getting hard, season's starting to get a little bit long. I can't remember who we play on each team, day, which team we beat on each day, since we're practically winning every game at this point. But against the Jazz, our three-point shot looked better. It did. Against the Raptors, it looked all right, but we had some guys kind of, be outliers, like I mentioned, with SGA, not really shooting the three ball all that well. Cason Wallace had a game the other day. He went 3 of 6 from deep. Very impressive right there, all right? He's been looking a lot better from behind the three-point line. Caruso could still pick it up a little bit. He went 2 of 3 against the Raptors, but there are still some games where he doesn't shoot all that well from 3. However, like I've mentioned multiple times before, with the addition of Isaiah Hartenstein, I think they're going to end up being fine. All right, you're going to see their percentages go up. And like, let's go ahead and take a look at their stats this season already. Anyways, all right, we'll start with SGA, one of the MVP front runners this year. So far, he's averaging 30 points a game, 5 rebounds, 6.5 assists, and a block and almost 2 steals per game right there. Solid, really good stats, really. I'm not going to say solid. These are fantastic stats. However, you look at the shooting percentages. He's 50% from the field, which is really good. Let's be honest there. If you're any player shooting over 50, making over, half his shots per game, half or over half of them, you're a great player, all right? You're a really good scorer. But he's only shooting 32% from behind the three-point line. He's got to step it up a little bit in that department, okay? And here are some of his three-point numbers right here. He shoots 33% on corner threes. Not great either right there. 26% of his threes are assisted, and 30% of all his shots are three-pointers. He could just shoot it a little bit better. And he does really well off of a dribble, like a step back between the legs or something, all right? His step back three has really improved. It's just off the catch and shoot. He has to be a little bit better, okay? He can't just be this ISO three-point guy. We have, there are going to be times we set screens for him, or he's going to cut and get open, and he's going to have to knock down those shots off of the catch. All right, that's simple. Go on to the next guy right here, Alex Caruso. Not doing a ton offensively for the Thunder, all right? 5 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. However, defensively, 2 steals and almost a block per game as well. Really good stats defensively. However, offensively, he does have to step it up. He did struggle to start the season because he was kind of playing out of his position. Like we mentioned, it was like he was kind of playing the center position a little bit in a 4 spot. Not really what he's used to doing. And so his shooting numbers went down because he was getting guarded by taller defenders. So he didn't really have as many opportunities to score. 36% from the field this year and 24% from three land. It's been picking up the last few games, like we mentioned. However, he just needs, he needs to be more consistent with it. All right, we have to see him consistently be a guy that's going to shoot 40% from behind the 3-point line, 35 to 40%. That's what we need from him. Then finally, Cason Wallace. All right, 7 points a game. He's been doing really solid. Like I mentioned, I think he's found himself into this final starting role. I think he should be our 5th starter. I really like him in the starting lineup, but 3 rebounds per game, 2 assists per game. Very similar defensive stats to Caruso. 1.7 steals, almost a block per game. He's not turning the ball over either. He's really handling that ball well, not making errant passes. We love to see that. He's 42% from the field and 30% from 3-point. But he's been getting a lot better. I remember at one point he was like 24% from, behind the arc. So he's definitely been improving, definitely been looking better. 28% on corner threes. All of his threes that he's made, though, are assisted. So he's really stepped up in, the catch and shoot department. So I love using him in those regards right there. Getting him, in a screen or a cut. Like Jalen Williams driving in. Cason Wallace's defender comes in and guards him. Boom, kick it out to him in the corner or on the wing. Knocks it down, all right? I really like that. But like I mentioned, it's just a matter of all these guys having to be better, all right? Having to be more consistent, having to shoot the 3-ball better, or else, even because, just because our defense is so good. I saw a stat the other day that we're going to do a video on that said the Thunder have potential to finish as the first team in NBA history with more steals than turnovers. That'd be insane. NBA history, and that's what I mean when the team is historic, because of the defense. However, it doesn't matter if we're limiting teams to 100 points per game, if we can't even put up 100 points because our 3-point shot has been so below par this season. We should have been a top 10 3-point shooting team this year, and so far we're almost in the bottom 10. Not where we want to be. So the team's got to step it up a little bit, and mainly those 3 guys, all right? Those 3 guys really got to step up their 3-point percentages if we want to win a championship this year. That's all I got for this video. Let me know what you guys personally think. Are you guys worried about their 3-point shot at all? Because I'm not. I know it's going to come into play. It's just a matter of we need to start seeing it, all right? I need to see it. I feel like we all need to see them shoot it better against the Dallas Mavericks. I feel like that game we really need to see them turn it on from deep. So let me know what you guys personally think about all this. I'll see you guys in the next video.